So I'm going to start a new video series with Rhett. This is my new 11-year-old thoroughbred gelding, and I'm just going to kind of go through some of the groundwork, but instead of boring you with all the little details, I'm going to just start on the lesson I think is more interesting so you can learn some stuff. Because if I did all the things like desensitizing, he's just going to fall asleep. He's going to fall asleep now. So I was just going to skip to it and get right to the good stuff. So I'm going to start with just the lunging with him. So I'm going to start in the round pen. It's got a new round pen, so it's best idea to start in a small location. It's just going to help you out so he's not pulling on you, running around and whatnot. So we're just going to start him in the round pen. So just like before, like he's already kind of got the idea of this. So I'm going to start in the middle of him. I'm just going to put his stirrups down. The stirrups down so he kind of bounce around on his side to sensitize him a bit. So I'm going to start him from in front of him instead of from the side because he's already kind of knows some of this. This isn't his first time. I just wanted to show you what he knows. So come on. He's a little lazy, he needs to wake up. Come on. So with him, like, he's off the track, so he wants to go fast a lot. It doesn't seem like it now, but once he gets to the canter, he will just want to trot and canter and go fast. So I'm going to do a lot of walking with him, kind of balance that out. So I just let him walk the first few steps, and then if you have the opposite problem, you want to kind of get right to it and get him trotting right away. But for a hotter, he's not really hot, but he's more anticipates going fast than anything. So just want him to start relaxed. I'm just going to have him do inside turn. I don't want to move my feet too much. I want him to go off of that rope pressure. Because that's going to be your one rein stop when I go to ride him here in a minute. That's the beginning of him being soft and responding to that. He's just going to walk another lap this way before I ask him to trot. And I'm not going to do too much turning at a walk because he's pretty calm at a walk. I'll start turning him once he gets worried. And you'll see that in a minute. So I'm going to ask him to trot. I'm just going to point. I'm going to touch twice and then use my whip if I need to. So, and he goes right into it. Right now he's pretty good. That's why I want to start out in the round pen here. When I lunge him out in a bigger area, he obviously gets a little bit more excited, but he's not going to do it today until I get him in here. So right now he's not real worried. He's pretty chill, but I'll have him do an inside turn. I'm just going to slide. I'm going to stand still and wait for him to come off that way. So another. So basically, when he starts getting up tight, I'm going to do that inside turn with my rope and simulate bending to a stop. Or I'll do a hind quarter yield and then go in and desensitize him and kind of mix it up a little bit. Both of them relax the horse. So. But again, I'm not gonna go right into a trot. I'm just gonna let him walk for a minute. And then I'm gonna point. And go into a trot. I want him to kind of go out by the outside of the round pen. Make the circle kind of big, because he's kind of big. Not really worried. There you go. So just want to slide my hand down, take a step, bend, and then kind of toss my whip toward his hind leg. And then I want him to stop nice and straight, just like that. He's not real worked up. We'll get him canter here and see how he does. So I'm just going to give him a minute to chill out a little bit. Because I don't, especially with one where he wants to go fast, I don't want to yield him, stand, okay, now go again. I want him to just kind of have a minute to hang out. And then the opposite would be true if you have a lazy horse. You need to do more, kind of wake them up. So again, he starts off at a walk, and then I'll get him into a trot, and I'll get him. And then again, I want to think about where he wants to be. So he probably wants to be in this end of the round pen, Piper's out there, or he wants to be at this end, because that's where he lives. Or he might want to go by the gate. We'll have to see, but right now he's not really pulling me anyway. If he was going to pull me that way, I'd ask him to do an upward transition there, so we'll just have him go wherever because he's not really pulling, but pay attention to see if your horse is doing that. And see, now he's nice and calm. He's not rushing at the trot. If he were, I'm not going to make him canter because he's going to fall apart at the canter. So I want him to be calm at the trot, just like I would when I'm riding him. He's got to be calm at a walk before you trot him, and same as the trot. To canter him. So canter, not too bad. Come on. I want him to get a little bit more wound up. You can see it. But I like how he's breaking it. It's like totally fine with me. So I'm gonna have him just chill. There we go. That was pretty good. So I'm gonna shorten my rope while I go up, and then he's a little worried. Bending his hindquarters, kind of pushed him out toward me. You can't really see that, but I just kind of keep walking and bend his nose toward me to push him away, and then I'll just keep desensitizing, and I'll stop moving when he yields his hindquarters, and then I'll wait till he relaxes here, or he blinks his eye. But like I was saying, when I don't mind if he broke from that canter 3 times, because for him, he didn't look like it there because we're in the round pen. We'll do another one where he's out in the arena, but I don't mind that because he gets a little nervous if he makes that downward transition. That's okay with me. That's what I want. I'm going to go the other way. He's kind of facing off to my left here, so I'm just going to send him off the opposite way, just so he's kind of on his toes. I'm going to bend, slide, swing, and then he's going to go canter this way. I just want to see where he's pointed and have him go the other way because I don't want him to learn to anticipate. And then you want to stay in the middle. Good idea if you have like the end of your rope right there. And then I just kind of make a small circle around that or pivot around that. But then I want my belly button to be facing like his flank hindquarter area. Really, you don't want it in front of that girth because that's going to tell him to stop or slow down or just put unnecessary pressure on him. So now you can see he's walking a little bit faster, so maybe he'll show you his usual canter on this side. So I'm just going to have him trot. Got his trot in. Oh, it's a little bit more worried this way. Usually that's what it is. After his canter, he gets a bit quick. And see, he's just kind of tense and right there. He's going to just chill out. I want him to do that hindquarter yield just like we do under saddle, and he just comes back to me. There you go. And just give him a minute. So that's like the same exact thing I would do if I was riding him. I'd bend him to a stop, we'd hang out for a second, and then I'd go at a walk. Once his walk's good, we'll go back to the trot. Go. And now he's like, oh, I'm gonna walk, trot off. Nope. And you can kind of see a little bit of like anticipation worry he's got. The hindquarters. He didn't yield straight, so I'm going to send him the other way. I'm just going to let him walk and kind of chill out here. And I'm not going to ask him to trot again until his walk is like this on the other direction. If he's breaking into a trot, there's no use in cantering. So he's just going to get more worried. He's already worried at a walk. Good, so he's got a nice walk this way. Let's let him walk a lap this way, and we'll try that trot again. Just give him like a little cue. He doesn't need a whole lot. He's pretty sensitive. And he kind of like was going a little fast and kind of came back with a lot better trot. I'm gonna have him canter. That's nice canter. Very good. So I just gonna yield him. and then come up there. And he relaxes back pretty fast right here. Already blew his nose, so that's good. But that's pretty much the goal with him, or anyone that wants to go faster a lot and anticipate. Like, I had him came back after he was cantering, and just let him walk and go back. And then once he was calm at a walk, then we trot. And then when he was calm at a trot, then we canter, and he had a nice calm canter once we got that. So now I'm just gonna end on a walk. So he's just gonna walk both ways and just kind of hang out and make sure that anticipation's not there anymore. I don't think it is. But with him, I've lunged him for like probably the last month. So he's pretty, like, I know what he's gonna do. So I wanna start working on some liberty work. So that's why my rope's dragging. And he's also pretty soft on it. So like I can just pick up on it and he'll kind of give his head. So I don't need to pull on him a lot. And then that'll move on to liberty stuff, and we won't need a rope. So if you have a rope and act like you don't need it, that'll be the easiest way to get there. The hind quarters are playing for me, so I'm just gonna yield him. Have him go the other way. Come on. There you go. He also didn't want to move his shoulders over, especially a right shoulder to the left. So this lunging helped him a lot with this, yielding his hindquarters and pushing his shoulders through. So I'm just going to end, I'm going to do another lap and he's going to end, but he got into the canter, he learned that he didn't have to get all worked up, and then came back to this state. This is where you want to end up. Too many people are lunging, tire them out or whatever they're trying to do, and they end up like, we'll walk, we'll trot, and then we'll get to a canter, and then they canter and just careen around mindlessly, and then they're all wired up, and then you get on to ride them, and if you didn't tire them out, they're all hyped up because you made them run around for a while. So it's more about him mentally more than physically with the lunging, getting him ready mentally to ride, not wearing him out physically. He's good right there. Pretty good in the round pen. We'll make another one where he's out in the bigger arena, but this is where you want to start. He gets a little worried with the sound of the whip. Just gonna desensitize him until he relaxes and blinks his eyes right there. But when I go up to desensitize him, you just want to make sure you slide your hand down close to the rope in case they running around, whatever. You don't want to get up here and you're real close and you've got 10 feet of rope and you can't really do anything with them or you get tangled in it. So you want to slide down with it and move up as quickly as possible, because that worries them a lot when you approach them quickly. But then you can desensitize them on the neck, on the saddle, on the hindquarters, wherever. It doesn't really matter. I kind of mix it up just to make sure they're nice and quiet.